what he's saying is, you guys never be afraid to rap about what you're really doing and what you're really from. We be on that Wayne!
Shot collar, 20-inch plates on the Impala.
Oh, love the smell of a backwoods. I don't inhale. What is up, Creek Squad? What is up, everybody? What is up, new subscribers? What is up? I'm still on a natural high, baby. Today, we are at my house. We're sitting here on my back porch. Excuse the mess. We got to clean this thing. Me and my wife are always busy. And if you hear cars going by in the background, cue the car. Then I live close to a road out here, so cue the car. I live close to a road out here, and they are always going by. However, I am still out in the sticks. So, alright guys, today I'm going to come at you. Upchurch dropped a video last night. I wanted so bad to react to it last night. I just didn't have time. I didn't have enough time, and I wanted to get it out. And I am going to stay doing Upchurch reactions. I'm going to do some other artist reactions as well. But I am going to stay doing Upchurch reactions because I love him. Love his music. And that's what got me... part of what got me an interview with Mr. Upchurch himself. He said he loved my reactions. So I am not going to not ever do, if that makes sense, I am not going to not ever do an interview. I am not going to not ever do an Upchurch reaction. Plus, this song is so sick. The video is really cool. It's a video that we haven't seen from Be Loose much. And I watched it last night. I already watched it, spoiler alert. But... it's a video that we haven't seen from Be Loose much. It's almost like a one-shot thing. It almost looks live. It almost looks like a live video. It's really cool. So, I mean, there's Be Loose, man, changing it up. I love that stage thing they built. It's freaking amazing. But let's go ahead and get into the video. I have a lot to say in this video. So please bear with me. I know I'm a talker. But I have a lot to say. There's so much going on in this video. There's so much in the song that I feel like symbolism of where Upchurch is now, what he's talking about. Some subconscious things, maybe what he's even talking about. There's a lot of stuff in the song that he's going through right now, I feel like. And then some things that's just, he's still being himself, obviously. But some things that he's going through and some things from the past and everything. So I have a lot to say about this video, guys, so y'all just bear with me. And also, guys, I just want to come right out and say thank you so much. I want to go over real quick what's going on with me in this channel. Thank you so much for watching the interview, man. It's still going. I still get views every day and subscribers. I don't know how to say thank you enough. So, also, I went and hung out with Chad Arms recently with my buddy, Marcotic615. He invited me. I shoot a lot of videos for Marcotic. We're buddies. And I have been invited to be on the podcast. I have some shit to say at some point. So I have been invited to be on that podcast. They gave me an ashtray while I was there. Custom ashtray, very limited, awesome. Great podcast, great guys. Squint615, I believe that's what his YouTube is. Chad Arms, the legend Chad Arms. So me and Chad are actually working on a song as well. It's been in the works for a while. Chad's a legend. If you don't know anything about Chad Arms, check out his channel. He also did an interview with Upchurch at least 2 or 3 different times. So, great guy, great interviewer, just all around good person. So, I'm going to be working on a song with Chad Arms. Also, I have some solo songs I'm going to put out. Also, I have some reactions. Also, I have some interviews coming up. I am going to Redneck Rave, which is a huge event. Upchurch actually played it way back in the day. I'm going to it May 25th, and I'm going to try to come back with some great interviews for you guys from some huge artists. So you guys stay tuned. All right, let's get into this thing, man. Bloodline. Bloodline.
I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start of a new bloodline. I'm the start.
But the trumpets, dude, that reminds me of Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, from, I don't remember when he put it, 80s, I guess, or 70s or something. But those trumpets remind me of Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire. And also, as a symbolism, Johnny Cash is probably my other favorite artist besides Upchurch. My family has kind of a history with Johnny Cash. So those trumpets remind me of Ring of Fire. Da 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 da. I love it, man. And the Mexican guitar, Upchurch just stays creative, bro. He stays being creative. I know that he said, hey, if your favorite artist is not putting out good content, tell them they're not putting out good content. I love what he puts out, man. He always keeps me guessing. That's one thing about him. He always keeps me guessing. Is he going to hit us with a rap song? With a hardcore rap song? Is he going to hit us with a country song? Singing? Is he going to hit us with a kind of a mid song right there with guitars in it a little bit too, and trumpets and weird stuff, and some experimental stuff? I don't know. He keeps me guessing. I love it. I friggin' love it. So, yeah, those trumpets remind me of like Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash. And I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan, man. But it also symbolizes for me the humongous amount of creativeness of church. Like, the amount of creativeness that this dude has is insane. Just like, who thinks, oh, I'm going to put some trumpets in my song? You know what I'm saying? It's awesome. It's just the level of creativeness that this guy stays on is just very rare, and there's not many people who could do it. And I don't want to read too much into this, guys, but he did write this album around the time he was having family difficulties and stuff. So it could be, hey, I'm the start of a new bloodline. We're going to wipe it clean, and I'm going to start from here on out, and I'm going to produce best Upchurch stuff. I'm going to take the name Upchurch and I'm going to spread it in a positive light. I'm going to spread it in a epic light, which he's already done, man. Dude's a legend. So, shout out Upchurch. Have I even shouted you out, bro? Thank you so much for the interview still. Thank you so much, man. That was still the coolest thing I've ever done, bro. So, yeah. So it could be talking about a physical bloodline, genetic bloodline. I don't want to go too far into his family stuff. I try to just support church and whatever he's doing with his family stuff. I don't like to pry into his family stuff and be nosy. But he could be talking about that, or he could be talking about a rapper musical lane bloodline. Hey, this is a new bloodline of independent artists, baby. New bloodline of independent artists. He could be talking about that, which I'm just going to say, he single-handedly has started this. Now, he may not have been the first independent country rapper, but he single-handedly has started a whole new way of looking at being independent, doing it yourself. I mean, I never really took notice of this whole movement until church. And there's been some more artists do it as well. But church is the one that stood out to me. I've been a fan since 2015. So he could be talking about a physical bloodline genetically with his family stuff going on, or he could be talking about a rapper independent bloodline. So let's continue here. That's a Sasquatch yell right there. Okay, so first lines. Who want a piece of this redneck? Who want a piece? I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Nobody wants a piece of this redneck. This dude right here has ended careers. He has started careers and he has ended careers. Ain't nobody want a piece of that redneck. So, real quick. Sitting sideways. I love that line, bro. And there's a few reasons I love that line. So, obviously, the way it's written, the way that it sitting sideways, like it's such a it starts with an S, middle of the phrase has an S, and the end has an S. Sitting sideways. It just has an awesome ring to it. Great writing, awesome. Also, one of my favorite songs. So, I did a lot of country music, right? I did a lot of country music, but not till I was like 25. When I was younger, I listened to mostly like metal, and I listened to rap, which is really weird. I know it's weird, but I loved Eminem, you know, Limp Bizkit type stuff, metal rap, Linkin Park metal rap. I loved all that stuff when I was a kid. And then when I was about 15, I remember watching MTV, and I saw Sitting Sideways, Born in the Hay. What is that song? I believe it's T.I. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's T.I. that had a song Sitting Sideways, or maybe that's Paul Wall. Jesus, I don't know how I don't know that. Either way, I believe it is Paul Wall. Okay, so I love when that song came out. I love that song. And so there's been times in my life where I've just been super into metal and underground stuff, but then like rap will come along and I'm like, dude, that's fire. Like, I love that. Like, I remember when the 50 Cent album came out, many men wish death upon me. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something about rap that it bridges a gap between it bridges a gap, and it's kind of like if you can make it all go together, it all makes sense in this one big circle, right? I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, so yes, Sitting Sideways, I believe that's Paul Wall. So I love that phrase, I love that line. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong, Paul Wall or T.I., I can't remember which one. But either way, I think they might have had it both in one of their songs. Either way, I love that era of rap, and I love that he used that phrase. It's awesome. Let's go.
Famous now, so I gotta be about it. If you pull up at my crib with problems, everybody dying. Motherfucker, cause I'm that motherfucker.
Trust me, you don't want to pull up at his crib. When I pulled up at his crib for the interview, security met me up front, which is one thing. Awesome guy, by the way, security. I can't remember his name. Great dude. Really nice guy. And so, you know, he's got security, but trust me, you don't want to pull up at his crib. When we were doing the interview in his house, there was 3 AR-15s just sitting in his living room. 3 AR-15s sitting in his living room. Maybe one for each arm and then one for a leg. Either way, promise you do not want to pull up at his crib and start trouble. He has an easy access to defend himself. So one way or the other. Trust me. All right, let's go.
They kill me, hip-hop changes my hollow voice, make you bloody. Silverado full of buddies, early 2000 is something. Got the south side jumping, they're chasing for, he's a sniper, killing rappers.
Tahoe full of buddies, early 2000 something. So, like I said earlier, that Sitting Sideways was from that early 2000s era of rap that is just, in my opinion, one of the best ever. You know, you didn't have mumble rappers. You had, like, so much going on. You had a Texas scene, which is what Paul Wall was a part of. You had a Texas scene. You had the Atlanta scene, which was Outkast and some more people. Ludacris. You had North, hoes screaming North. So you had, like, Project Pat, who was from the North. I think he was from the North. And so, he was a Tennessee boy. He's from Memphis, but there was somebody on his album from the North. Either way, you had so much going on in the early 2000s rap scene that just makes it so special. So I love that he mentioned early 2000s. did watch this song already, but I did listen to this song already, but I forgot about that part. I forgot he totally mentioned that. But yeah, that was such a cool era for me, bro, because I was like 10th grade, ninth grade, 8th grade, let's see. Okay, so 9th grade, it was like 2001, I was in 9th grade. So I was just starting to become like a little punk, you know what I'm saying? A little 12-year-old, a little 13-year-old, and just starting to really get into all kinds of different musics. And I love that era, man, early 2000s. So let's go on.
Upchurch in this bitch, and only home hitters get released. I'm the son of the South, hip-hop, cotton mouth. I'm leading the pack in the future, Artie and rap. Church.
All right, guys, real quick. Any of you rappers out there starting out or trying to hone your craft, or even if you're seasoned veteran, you should know this if you're a seasoned rapper. But, so, I love music. I love all kinds of music. And even in not rap songs, country, whatever, there are times that this is called cadence. So, there are a lot of rappers out there who are just like bars. I want to spit bars, which is awesome. It's awesome that you can just... It's awesome that you can just spit bars nonstop. But I'm just going to tell you, this is cadence. This is called cadence. You want to keep the same melody and cadence through at least part of your song. And the reason why is because you hear how he says, I'm the son of the dirty South. I'm the son of the dirty South. The cotton mouth. Ba-da-da-da-da-down. That cadence, that melody, that's what grabs people. It grabs you. So a lot of people use that method in their songs. And Church, he is so lyrical, bro. And if you watch the interview that we did, he talks about it. The guy just always comes up with a creative way to make a new melody or make a new dirty South, cotton mouth. Like, he always comes up with a way to grab you in a song. I think that's very important if you're an artist and you're looking to get a catchy song to catch people on, to get in their head, so you can start getting views and people coming back to your channel and playing it over and over and over. We all love bars. I love bars too, and it shows talent. But also, there is a certain way to craft a song. And if you think about it, most of your favorite songs, they get stuck in your head and you sing over and over and over. It's because there was a certain part in that song that just caught you off guard, and you remember that melody in your head. Most of the time, that's it. So... And have you ever had that song that you hate? Like, gosh, I hate this song. I wish it would get out of my head. But there was some part in that song that was really catchy somewhere, and it caught your ear, and that cadence kept you coming back to it. Even though you didn't like it, that's how powerful it is. Upchurch displays an awesome example of the cadence here in this song. All right, let's go. Who did he say? Got somebody talking heard through the grapevine. Let's rewind that. So he said, I even got the trees talking heard from through. Even got the trees talking heard from through the grapevine. Okay, so he's talking about even got the trees talking. I heard through the grapevine. That's cool, man. God. How can you get more creative than this dude, man? It's insane. Wait a minute, let's keep going. Pumping hip-hop in the country, your redneck will stop you after I'm done running this shit. Never again will the gang say you don't belong in a lane. Next time they see your country boy, they'll respect the style and slang. And when you smile at shit, ha ha, my dude. Church. Okay, so I love this man, and I love this man from. Oh, I'm sorry, that sounds weird. I love this man. That's not what I'm going to say. I love this man. I've noticed this about Upchurch since day one, man. He is out here fighting for independent artists, bro. He's out here fighting for the country boy, the country girl that is looked at weird because, man, I just love rap. I really love rap. But you know what? Where I'm from, you know, we wear boots and we go on the farm and we work, or we go fishing on the weekends, or, you know, we do country stuff. For me, my grandfather started a logging business back in the 50s, and he provided for his family. And to me, that's country. That is my world. And I used to be a lot into skateboarding and different things and all this stuff, and I still love those things, but I will never not take a part of that with me. That's so special to me that my grandfather loved the country. He loved Tennessee so much because he wanted to move to Indiana, but he loved Tennessee so much that he started his own business out of his mind. What am I going to do? He started selling firewood, then he started cutting down trees, and then he started a big logging business. And my dad has done it his whole life. And it has put food on the table for my family my whole life. So, and actually, I'm living in the house right now. I had a house at a different town, and I sold it a while back. I'm renting out the house right now from my father that my grandpa bought when he moved to Tennessee. He bought this house for $1,500 back in the 50s and 60s. Now it's worth, ain't no telling, $100,000, $120,000, I don't even know. And so, man, that's worth the world to me. Family, country stuff, it's worth the world to me. So he's saying, don't you ever worry about it. I'm paving this way, guys. I'm paving this way so the next country boy who loves to spit Paul Wall sitting sideways ain't going to be looked at as weird. Bro, you're from the country. Do you know you're white? Bro, what are you doing singing that black music or whatever? You know what I'm saying? People are so visual and judgmental with this crap, man. And so that's what I loved about the dude, man. When I first discovered church in 2015, I was sitting there and I was like, this dude can spit like freaking Eminem, but he's got soul like Elvis. Dude can sing. And his rap, his crazy rap songs, some of them ghost, country way. His crazy rap songs have strings in them. And I love it. And it's almost like a collision of everything that I love about music, right? I sit somewhere in the middle with almost every genre. And so it's just awesome because you ever had that one artist that you just felt like, they get me. That artist gets me. They understand exactly who I am without ever even meeting me. That's what Upchurch is doing. That's what he is. He understands exactly every one of you youngsters or every one of you guys out there or girls or women or men who are putting out music right now who are like, man, I don't know what to do. I love country, but I love rap. And that's what he's talking about. He said, don't ever let anybody tell you you shouldn't be doing this style or you shouldn't be combining this style. The dude has the little man's back. And I know that because he let me interview him. There's a million other reaction channels out there. So much respect for this guy. Let's go. We out in the holler, we don't know about that gang. We be on that wang. Oh man, that's so. Let's rewind it. Respect the style and slang. And when you smile at your enemy, let them see your long fangs. Yeah, we down from the holler, we don't know about gang. We be on them wang. Bad boy, push the gang till death. We be on that wang. Dude, killer, man. It's so cool how he could just, in the middle of a song, just say something to stop you in your tracks. We don't know about that gang. We be on that wang. Okay, guys, so wang. So I love it. I used to ride four-wheelers all the time. So there's a lot of people right now. Culture vulture. Country guys are rapping. Country people are rapping. Country rap don't mix. Well, for starters, people have been mixing music fusion since the beginning of time, right? So that's garbage, first of all. Now, you can say, well, I don't like that version of country rap, or I don't like that version of blues rap or country or whatever. You can say, I don't like that version of it, but to say don't mix is ridiculous. Because you can mix anything if you're good enough, if you come up with something of substance. But, so what he's saying is, the culture, I feel like this is almost like a culture vulture thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, we don't know that gang, but we be on that wang. So, in other words, we don't know about living in the streets, living in the ghetto, having to slang dope all of our lives to stay alive. Respect to anybody who has a hard life and has to do something like that. I have no, I don't think it's a good thing, but I mean, I'm not judging anybody. And I'm glad that I don't know that life, right? Because I think it's just unfortunate, wrong, and it's not good. People who live that life, gang, usually don't live long, right? So, what, in my opinion, what he's saying is, or what I would be saying to this part in the song is, hey, what am I supposed to do when I rap, right? People are saying, well, why you rapping about country stuff, man? It don't make sense, don't belong. But what am I supposed to rap about? Am I supposed to rap about shooting some dudes up? Am I supposed to rap about selling dope, snorting cocaine, screwing hoes? I'm married. I live out in the country with my family. Am I supposed to talk about things I don't do? That, to me, if I put out a gangster rap song, that would be a culture vulture thing to do. Because then I'm not even living that life. You know, now I do have guns and I protect myself, and I have a 45 I carry every day, but I ain't affiliated with no gang activity. But to me, that would be the wrong thing to do, right? And there's a lot of people out there, we shouldn't be rapping about country stuff. But to me, that's being authentic. Because I'm rapping about what I really know. Country stuff is all I really know. I was raised here. So, I mean, to me, it would be more inauthentic if I was to put out a song and be like, I'm from the streets, I snort coke, I do dope, whatever. Because I don't do that. To me, that's lying. So, what he's saying is, you guys never be afraid to rap about what you're really doing and what you're really from. All right, let's go.
Ain't no making what we gonna stitching in what's already seamless. Backwoods shine, truck rust my shrine.
Dixie Genius. I like that. That's cool, man. This guy can come up with a million different ways to spin this.
First of a new breed, I'm a prime design. Soul of the hollow southern land deep tide. Even got the trees talking heard through the grapevine. I'm the start of a new battle line. I'm the start of a new battle line. I'm the start of a new battle line. I'm the start of a new battle line.
Wow. So, hats off to you again, Upchurch. Another good one. Another awesome. We be on that wang! And I appreciate you, man, so much for the interview and everything. And I have some music coming, guys. Just check out the channel, subscribe. If you want to hear some of my past stuff, I do have a song with Leroy Biggs. Forgive the production. Everything I do from this point on is going to be top tier production. So forgive the production. I do have a song with Big Murph as well. It's called Jamming Out to Johnny. I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan, like I said. And that's probably my favorite song I've put out so far. Jamming Out to Johnny Cash. Cocaine Blues, Man in Black. Pedal to the metal. Folsom Prison, don't know how to act. So if you want to go check that out, that is one of my songs from the past. And I'm going to be putting out a lot more. Stay tuned to the channel. I also have a deleted scenes segment that I'm going to put out of the interview that we did. There was probably about 30 minutes or so where we were just kind of sitting around talking, hanging out, and it didn't really flow with the interview. There was no questions being asked. We were spaced out, and did flow with the interview, so I kind of took it out to keep the interview going. But I'm going to put it in. Upchurch told me, hey man, use whatever you want. There's nothing in this interview I said that I didn't want used or whatever. So I am going to make a deleted scene segments of stuff that you've never heard from the interview that I've already put out from Upchurch. So stay tuned to that, guys. Peace, love, baby.